Yes, cha-cha. Obitaba. Obitaba. Yawa Shai Rakata. Yawa Shai Rakata. Yawa Shai Rakata. Yawa Shai Rakata. Obitaba. Obitaba. Bless up. Bless up to you, my brother. So people, all praises unto the Most High. You don't know who it is. I said I am that is, that was, that will always be the original. The original thing. Alright? So share this live, people. I'm gonna wait. Nice topic tonight. Prepare yourself, yeah.
Somebody said bless up, right?
Bless up. Bless up. I appreciate you guys. So today I bring something. You know, so we got to prepare ourselves for transformation. That transform. Definitely. You can't stay in that flesh here. Simple thing. We don't know that. So, whilst we are into the vessel and purifying the vessel and keeping the vessel functioning, we want to know how could we make the vessel light. Because the vessel needs to be light in a sense to travel. Because you see, it's not always physical and spiritual. See? So, most people dwell on the physical, so everything is heavy. So we have to ease off sometime upon the physical. And try to go into the spiritual aspect, because obviously from the day you was created and formed and shaped, before you even take on flesh, you was in the world of spirit. In a woman's, when a woman having a baby, where is the baby placed? In her stomach, right? But the baby is into our bag, like a small size swimming pool. Yeah, put it like that. I mean, I'm no PhD, but you don't understand what I'm saying. You don't understand. The baby is in a tubing, like a bag. And that bag contains a lot of minerals, which is like water substance. And within that water substance contains the beginning of the creation, putting together all the little pieces, creating a finis. Help me with the other stuff. No, when the baby, small baby. Fetus, thank you. The list down sometime be. Certain words give me a hard time, but understand overs. So, we know water is life. It's a high element. See there? Yeah, man. The water there, water is life. And this is why you see, I think they say what, 75% or 65% of the body, between 75 to 60, between 65 to 75 or between 60 to 70% of the body is form of water. It's for a reason. And if you have to watch nature, and if you have to watch the earth,
speak the truth, star.
And if you have to watch, bless it, my brother, if you have to watch the earth, actually the earth is kind of surrounded with water, so there are more water than turf, right? So it's the same thing with the body. There's more liquid than flesh, and it's a lot of liquid in your body. If all the substance, the water and the juice, the minerals in your body just goes on dry up. That's why when a cobra bites you like one of the snake there, a poisonous snake there, your blood becomes like a glue. It just clog up. Change the whole concept of flowing fine liquid becomes like a paste. So we as a spiritual people, I not gonna say human being, yeah, only when we depend on the earth. But when we get ready for elevate, we jump into the spiritual realm. Now, there's many books, and they have a whole lot of books. I'm gonna mention some to y'all guys, but this was in my time climbing and trying to seek knowledge but I was obtaining knowledge without Toba. So most people obtain knowledge and they never repented. They only becomes wicked. Example, Papa Doc. Papa Doc in Haiti, right? When Papa Doc started staying, he never started to deal with the people like the way he deal with the people. Papa Doc wasn't on that type of mentor. He wasn't on that type of level there. His whole key thing, he grew up in sufferation. You see what is sufferation? Persecution by the French, okay? Persecution by the Spanish, yeah. So, and he saw how they eradicate in place. You understand? He saw as a little boy the sufferation and them thing there. And I keep trying to tell people, this is an example to show you what I'm going to come with. When I tell people look forward to Haiti, most people look at Haiti like nothing. See, even one time, even me myself probably did look at Haiti kind of way funny. But I catch on with Asian people quick. I catch on with Asian history very fast. I learn Asian history very fast. I get to find out Asian people is a strong massive of people. I get to find out Asian people was one of the first people to be free from actually slavery, from colonialism, from who was trying to colonize them and the French and the Spanish. And you saw, I think it was in 1894, something like that, you saw what happened. So I might be a kind of way off the date that I give you. I could always go look it up. But yeah, so this was Haiti was a island or country that decided to strip itself, strip it, observe and obtain knowledge and see what is going on and use psychology. See, everybody using psychology, what to obtain. So when Papa Doc started thing, growing as a little boy, feeling all them separation there, seeing what the French are doing, seeing what the oppressors are doing, seeing what the bigger countries are doing, he had a state of mind. Or he could have been something to his people. So he started with a good state of mind. That was all good. He started with a good heart. That was all good. But this is the thing. When arrogance, this here is where we're gonna talk about, right? Stripping arrogance from oneself. Because with arrogance, when you got that, you're lost. Because you're ignorant, you're disrespectful, you don't care about nobody. You only care about yourself. You'll do anything to get on top. That means if you have to kill 1,000, 1,000,000 people to get where you're going, that is your job, and that's what you're going to execute. So we watch all the leaders of the earth that have been arrogant, the way they cause problems because of the arrogance. So we use Papa Doc as an example to know when he started this thing, it started in a good state of mind. He even started when I think it was polio or whatever that was hitting Haiti. No, it was some type of skin disease that was eating up the people and foot and all kind of thing and making the people them sick. And Papa Doc, no, this man was a doctor also. See, anything you want in life, you could get it. This man they call Papa Doc. He was also a doctor. Okay? He went to school. He studied in New York City. And that man was a brilliant man. When he started out his quest, it was on righteousness and good over evil. But even on the journey sometimes over good over evil, you find out evil is always right there. And if you don't watch yourself, evil will snatch you. If you allow, and sometimes you gotta be desperate too. You can't serve two masters. See, Papa Doc wanted to do everything right. But again, he was lost with witchcraft. He was lost. He wanted to learn more about the oldest African culture, which is voodoo, and he was craving to get the knowledge of it. This is why I tell people, be mindful of obtaining knowledge. It is wise for a man to know everything, but be mindful upon the concept. How do a man goes about exercising what he has obtained? Okay, so this is just an example to show you. Be mindful of arrogance, because arrogance will flip you around and send you down the poop hole. Okay? The waste matter. So you saw what happens to Papa Doc after starting good, healing the people in Haiti with his own penicillin. He gave them that, They got healed.
He was like a god.
And by him, remember, no one else was not making medicine for these people. But this man who studied abroad in New York City went back to his country, and all the sick people that was being sick, nobody wasn't getting no help from nobody. He healed them with his penicillin. And so they start calling him Papa Dog. Okay? But with all of that good thing here that he did, look what he turned around and do now. When you get off the path of righteousness and you get lost. Okay? You get lost. When you look at the wide street, the grand finale, you've seen it. And that's what you want. And a lot of us, and this is things that I have worked upon myself, to not to be red-eyed, envious, carry hatred, jealousy. If I got something to say to you, I'm going to tell you right there. I don't need to see you 2 weeks from now. Or I got something to say to you, I go all the way down the block telling 1,000 people and bypass you every day and ain't telling you nothing. I don't leave like that. Okay? So I clean my own backyard before I look in anyone's backyard. Everybody wants to school somebody, but they have habits of their own that they need to flush out. And this is why I say it's to strip your arrogance away. These away. And all what they do, they keep you in the state of mind that you're better than people. That's only what they do. They keep you competing. It's nothing wrong competing. But when you're competing on a negative state of mind, on an evil state of mind, on a hatred state of mind, you don't reach nowhere. You might think you're going somewhere, but you don't. So, let's go back, my people. Hey, if you love this, smash this like button. Subscribe, share. Okay, people? And turn on your notification bell. And don't forget the merch. So let's go back into it. Let's go back into it. So, non-believers, unbelievers, what do you really believe? Now, if you're a believer, somewhere down the line, you will be tested. And if you're a non-believer, somewhere down the line, you will show who you are. We're playing two parts here. So I don't like playing two parts. See, there's lots of books, and I'm going to bring all of them. There's the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Some people read it, some people don't. There's the Apocrypha. Some people read it, some people don't. There's the Torah. Some people read it, some people don't. There's the Kabbalah. Some people read it, some people don't. There's the Quran. Some people read it, some people don't. Okay? And go on and on and on. There's the higher keys of King Solomon. Some people never have seen it, and some people have seen it. There's the lesser keys of King Solomon. Some people have read it, some people have never seen it. There's the 6 and 7 books of Moses. Some people have read it, and some people don't. As they have the 6 and 7 books, there's the 8th and 9th books of Moses. Okay? There's the 10th books. 9th and 10th. Okay? We doesn't have all the books. In your Bible, you got the book of David, which is Musa. The book of David is this small. In reality, the book of David is this big. See how big that is? Yeah. So we know they only allow us to get certain things and the rest. The book of Obadiah, maybe 4 or 5 pages or 9 pages. Where's the rest of the books? And we know this. So there are many books. And you could read as much books, you could be the most educated person on planet Earth. But I said unto you, there's a number who's given already from creation. I don't care how smart you are. I don't care how brilliant you think you are brilliant. If your number was not selected and you was not elected, then there's no way for you to go. You could jump high, jump low, spin around, do cartwheel, whatever you want to do, you ain't going nowhere. Because my Lord knows your heart. And I'm speaking to a lot of you. That's all over here, this planet Earth. See, y'all cannot trick the Creator. You cannot trick I am what I am. This is why I hold that way, saying, me as a man, I don't know what I may do tomorrow, but as I am, accept me for who I am. I am what I am. A man who, creation that was created to do what? To accept my existence, my form, to know my true identity, not just physically, because before I could have ever come in a physical term, I was greatly in the spiritual realm. I was greatly in the spiritual realm. There is a slide on the river, on the bank going on here. A lot of us are just cleave on to the flesh, forgetting during the time of our form, our rebirth in our mother's womb, the element that created and formed us. We get so lost upon physical things that even in the time of death, we does not understand. If you ask most people today, what do you think about death? They have all kind of story for them. Ask me what I think about death, and I will tell you, death is sleep. You have gone to sleep on one level, which is physical. You are while awaking to the spiritual realm. You are while awakening to the spiritual realm. The only reason no one cannot relate that moment, that transaction, no one, but only the divine vine. That I am what I am. The master of that. Back in the ancient time when the pirates would come through, they didn't talk. They just sent a note with a dot on it. And you knew what was the overstanding upon that dot that came on that piece of paper. They didn't say, oh, I'm going to see, I'm going to do. No, it was just a dot, and you knew that it was over for you. At that time, these pirates, they flow on the 7 seas. Now, we have all kind of people in this world. They have all type of thoughts. I don't care about when you're going to come tell me about your thoughts. Because in reality, that's why I love the movie Matrix. In reality, what you're thinking is actually you ain't thinking nothing. Because they got you hooked on a physical domain. So every time you try to send your message out, you're not sending it to the right place. You're sending it on feelings. If you listen to some people, oh, I feel that you don't like me. Oh, I feel that it's a feel. But if they could have taken the reception of the intellect, then they wouldn't have to feel. They would know. See, that's why until today, a lot of people is waiting for you to touch them, waiting for you to actually, in their face, waiting for you to beat them so they could hear. Some people, you gotta break a hand, or you gotta beat them really and truly, beat them bad to really see. Man, I almost lose my life, man. I'm gonna change my life. So these are the actions for the reactions in a physical body. Okay? So we have a whole lot of people believe that they are right because upon their feelings. Your feelings could change anytime. Your feelings you could have a feeling that you like ice cream. And yeah, you've been eating ice cream a long time, but in reality, you don't like ice cream. It's just because of your feelings. You had your feelings all these years over you, but the day comes when you get to realize you don't really like ice cream. Most people are lost because of false information within the flesh and the mind. Because the mind is very intelligent. And like I said, the mind the mind majority of times run the entire body. But majority of time, people that is what you call bully aggressive, what's the word I used this morning? Hold up, I'm gonna use the word is there. Anyway, come to me, I'll tell you. So you have to ignorance. You have to strip ignorance away from your state of mind. You see? Because you cannot afford up here to be cloudy. It will send missed signals. It's working, but it's not working right. Most people end up in confusion by how they feel, and at that present moment, your receiver and your reception is not working right. So you are more lost on a physical plane, not understanding the true energy within the movements of the individual. Most times somebody does not have to speak to know what they're about. Sometimes people tell you, ever been walking home, I don't know how many of you that ever happened to. You're on your way from work, going home, and somebody trying to mug you. And before that person try to run up on you, you already know. As you saw that individual, you knew. You didn't have to guess it. Some people talk about how did you know? Some people say it's intuition. Yeah, it is a form of that, but you know what it is? It is spiritual intellect guide. That's what it is. That time is not your mind working. Your mind ain't telling you nothing. You have a heart feeling. See, your heart is on a different level. That's why it beat the way it beat. That's why it comes with a rhythm the way it comes. Boop, 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 boop. It lets you know. It gives you a sound of a jungle. It lets you know, man, listen, you got to stay awake. You got to be aware. I'm giving you the heartbeat. I'm giving you the rhythm as a warrior to always be in your P's and Q's. So some people analyze and overstand the capacity of, like, you in the forest, right? And a bear all the way over there, or a lion all the way over there, and you way over there, and he could smell you. Okay, now I was just saying this, I was just watching a show, a little boy that grew in the forest with wolves. And when scientists is trying to tell us about who we are, they're still learning, because I'll tell you the only reason that our sixth senses is not as active and as most powerful as it's supposed to be is because we are trapped in a physical plane. So we rely on touching me. You know, I gotta wait for you to reach on me to know you coming. I cannot feel no vibration. I don't have no energy. I does not send, my antennas are not receiving no messages. So people sneaks up on people. There are some old people you cannot sneak up on them. They will know as you get into their house, as you touch the door or the pole they know somebody's there, because they're one with their intellect self. They are one with their true spiritual self. Before way thinking of the physical, most people are so physically trapped within their own self that even sometimes their own self is going against them, because they can't make their mind if they're feeling this or if they're feeling that. Because they open a draft board, their board is crashed and they're malfunctioning. And from the moment you start malfunctioning, there's many ways to bring sickness upon you. Anytime you start malfunctioning, you open the door for sickness, and sickness comes in different ways. Sickness could be you just going against your own self, hating yourself. Sickness could be where you does not want to bathe, you don't want to clean, keep your hygiene up. You're lost in a trance with yourself. Sickness is where you has not able, you got tapped out. out of your dome state of mind. You get tapped out. Your own mind kick you out. Yeah. Push you out and allow an entity to take over you. So it's to strip yourself from the heavy load of this earth. And when I say not the earth, but the ignorance of men, because the earth does not do anything to us. It's the ways of men. It's the way men adapt themselves, the principles men take, and men put up a burden, carry a load upon his back of evil. Okay? He gets so adjusted to that. He gets so comfortable with that. After a while, he does not even know he's carrying a mountain of evil. So sometimes you got somebody living next door to you and they have two faces. That's why I say they fall by night and they fall by day. We must know people. When people comes to you and they're always bringing their feelings and they tell you that's my feelings, doesn't matter. Look at a lot of people that use their feelings to get other people trapped in. They use their feelings. Oh, you don't care about me. And the more you show them love, it's the more they're breaking you down. The more you give them, it's the more they're breaking you down because they find a way. They find a way. They find a way to manipulate you and they find a way to outdo you. That's just what it is. And their whole intellect will not stop until they kill you. That's just what it is. So you could see the domination of the lustful, evil state in the spirit realm. You see, in the spiritual realm, there are many options to stand up on different platforms. It's you to choose. You could choose what you figure that makes you a man. Most people, if you ask them, are you a man? They say, yes, I am a man. But what makes you a man? What makes a man a man? Is it because he has children? Is it because he grew up of age? What makes you a man? You know? So you could not be a man if you cannot tap into your true self. You could not be a man if you cannot divide the beast mentality from the spiritualism, or the spiritual myth and the spiritual state of mind. If you cannot divide your flesh from your spirit, that's like your two heads. You got your private parts and you got your upper head. And most people allow the private parts to control them, and they are smarter. You got a head up here with a brain, but you have a meat head controlling your destiny. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all get it? So, macho man, this is why it all boils on. Mighty men who boast with deceitful tongues. Most mighty men will tell you what they could do for you. Man, I could make you a rich man. Man, I could do this. But these are all the things of the earth, and these things fade away. What happened to intellect, spiritual intellect? What happened to one being with your true self, with your true form? To know thy brother from a distance, to know thy sister from a distance, to have mercy and give Toba to the poor and the needy. What happened to that? What happened of you carrying your legacy, which is your generation? Most people believe when they pick on old people, they beat up the old people, they kill the old people, they shoot them down. That's you doing you wrong. This is you killing you. Because you, if you think of it, you will transform to be, what do you call it, a caterpillar, to turn into a cocoon. And the cocoon is the stage of death. The cocoon is the stage of death. That's why most times when back in the days when there were certain sicknesses where people would pass and they think they die and they would go bury them, and then after days the person would get up and beaten up the box. Sleep, or the thing they call death, has not fully overstand. Because your body contains electrical fields in it, magnet fields in it. And there was one scientist when I was a young boy. I saw he was experimenting on snakes. When I was a young boy, I used to watch a lot of scientific movies and stuff with the monster, what they call him, the guy make with a big head. No, that guy, the brother brought to life. I forget his name, whatever his name. But this guy was dead, and they brought him alive. And This same doctor, well, that was in the movies, but in reality, there was a doctor that was working in reptilians, and he had this state of mind that he was the way the reptile is formed, even after it died with electricity. They're not just on a reptile, but I think also it goes. Not I think, but it goes to human beings too, because you have cells that could activate electricity. Electricity could activate the cells. So we are cosmo, and this is where it go again, people. We are not just dirt. It's on the lower level we are formed as dirt. We to put the soul in. But the soul is on a beam energy, a light force energy. This is why even our creator, he's on another level. Oh, I will not just say it because people, I will not just say he because people want to, but I would say the Most High is on a way other level. He's terrestrial, how do you call it? Terrestrial, outer space, terrestrial, extraterrestrial. Yeah, sometimes I get trapped up with extraterrestrial life on a higher level that we will never overstand. But then again, it's nothing to overstand actually, because we are carrying some of that same power. We are of that same connection. We have all what it takes to fall as a God, even though we have the flesh. And the only reason that the flesh becomes so vulnerable because we have dwelt in it so much and we loved it. We loved it. So it is a downfall on a different side onto a higher level, which is our spiritual intellect, which is our full creation, which is that beam, that soul light beam, that soul energy beam. Your soul is not nothing but a beam, a form of energy cube, a form of energy that charges the body. And just like a battery, you got energy into a battery until that energy dies. And that doesn't mean that that battery is no good. It only means that if you charge that battery back, you could it could come back strong again. You know us? So we have to go unknowing that we are higher than who they say we are. We are not just of flesh, like I told people, or our upper layer skin is carbonated. And the only reason that we have that type of skin here, because that is like a layer of cells that helps to get vibration energy from the sun. Okay, all these things that create, it's like having one of the solar, we have a solar plate on this upper layer skin. It's like a solar plate, like draft on us to extract energy from the sun and from the moon and from the elements there are, like heat and all that. So when we doesn't see ourselves as part of the universe, we turn around and kill the universe. We killing it because by we kill it on Earth, you see what we do on Earth. We have an Earth suffocating by cutting all the trees down. Cutting all the trees down. I'm breaking the ecosystem that brings the balance on Earth. So if Earth now start having a problem, and that's just, remember, the universe contains the Earth and all that's in it creates the entire thing. Most people say, like I try to explain to you, people always say they're going out of space, but first of all, where we at? Where we at? And we not in space? But where could you go? Where are you going out of space when you're already in space? You see? We are in space. How much space do we want? But we are floating in space. It's the way they are bring things to us, to acknowledge things, how they trigger cells into your pineal gland to have you back, going out of the proportion, going out of the way. You're supposed to turn this way, you turning that way. You're supposed to go this way, you're going this way. I notice how the Arabs write. The Arabs write from the left to the right. English people, people that speak English, they start writing from the left to the right. The Arabs start from the right to the left. The Chinese start from up going down. You know, But when it all boils down, everybody's expressing and has come with a draft of understanding each other, the language. But the main language for us living in space in a ball is love. And with love, that's how we connect. See, that's how we connect. The more negative you exercise, is the more negative energy you're going to create. The more negative energy you create, is the more dark matter you create. The more dark matter you create a space in time and place for you. So it's like you buy a car and there's a problem, send it back to the factory, strip it, put it back. So a lot of us got to build back. So the word recycle got to come back. The people does not understand. Doesn't understand. So if you ask people, I heard a man said it's ridiculous to believe that everybody that here was here already, but he doesn't understand. See, there was a blueprint with the amount of people that was going to be here. Everything is set. Everything is set. If you got a truck and it could only hold 1,000 pounds and you put 2,000 pounds in it, what's going to happen? You're going to break the chassis or whatever. You're going to break that, right? Because it tells you how much it could hold. See, there's a balance, measure, time and place for everything. So that means man cannot never overpopulate this earth because there's a cycle. And man takes the cycle in his hands. And this is why we have people like that rich man that is finding out how he wants to actually make the cycle of nature go faster. It means he wants to eradicate and genocide more people. And this is why they're genociding more people, because they get to realize that these people are not dying off. They're going to have more and more and more and more people. We got to get rid of them. So if we got to make viruses to kill them, kill them. If we got to, whatever we got to do to create a balance. Remember, they're trying to create a balance. Society is trying to create a balance, an order within our society, how they will have a balance with people. But the great designer that's already designed everything knows the weight of everything. No, each individual, the weight, the cost, whatever they will do within life, it's already balanced. So we are living based on a blueprint. It's like before somebody can build your house for you, your house was already built. It was already built. You just didn't see the house, but the house been there on the paper, on the blueprint. Now, physically, they're bringing it forth and placing it there. But so there's a blueprint and everything. Without the blueprint, nothing cannot work. Without a balance, nothing cannot work. That's why I told you, if you see good, evil is not too far. And if you see evil, good is not too far. It's always hand to hand. And people have to understand that. You are the outcome, but again, if you're selected and elected, people could fight to be good, but if you was an evil's vessel, an evil pill, that's what you are. Example, Papa Doc. You saw how he started off. He started going as whatever it takes to help his people, because he grew under suffering. He grew under persecution. He grew under the French, under the Spaniards, Spain, kicking them in the butt. And he wanted to do something about it. So we have the ability to change things according to the amount of energy that we send out, the voltage. How much do you want? How much could you connect within time and place? Because during all that time, it's still you. So that's why I love to say, I am what I am. I am that. That, what is that? That was within time. We all was always within time. But we was ascended to be formed and created in a physical domain. Remember, what was given to you? Breath of life in a body. Because if that breath was not special, then right after my Lord created that body, he would command it to get up. But you could see how precious and connected we are He blew. He didn't command. He blew. He gave you, he nurtured you with his own ability. He didn't give you a command. He nurtured. Right then you was touched and sanctified with the breath of life. And that's why people mustn't take that for granted, going around killing people like they could give life. That is one of the wickedest things that you could do.
Somebody say yin and yang.
Yin and yang, the balance, brother. Amen. Okay? So when you try to violate the balance of your form, you actually destroying you. People go against nature and it causes all type of sickness, asthma and all kind of stuff, and cutting them trees. People are not getting enough oxygen, and they're creating something that sooner or later guarantee you. You see, you start walking with a mask across your nose, right? Sooner or later, they're gonna do to you, they're gonna put air in a container, in a tubing. You're gonna have it on your back, and you're gonna be paying for air to breathe. They know what they're doing. And that's why they're taking to the stars, right up in space, because we are already there. That's how you have the capability to move from day to day. You have the capacity to move from day to day because you're already there. Don't try to make us make believe that you're already there. We are in space. So how are you getting in space when you are in space? Go look it up. Where's Earth? Don't they tell you Earth spinning around and it's floating? Where's it floating at? In space, right? Oh, it's floating on the earth. The earth needs something to hold it. It needs alliance and it needs that force to keep it. Everything is set up in order, not what we think. You ever notice when man try to play that he knows things and he get it, the repercussion that he suffers behind it? Man makes something and then 10 years from now, 15 years from now, he's trying to correct it because it doesn't create so much problems. So these people that believe they could just tap it into the rim and get it like that, or you could just go get it in a book. You can't get this in a book. You can know about it. But if you're not selected and elected to receive it, you can't manage it. You cannot manage it. That's why we have a lot of false pretenders. That's why we have so much different congregations. And that's why they cannot get along. Because they're all proclaiming something that was never given unto them. Who gave it to them? Vatican? So look, I deal with the upper and the lower, but I more live in the high rim of the upper. I know of the lower because they were created also like me. In a sense. We cannot expect it's just only us here. That would be ridiculous. Why would someone believe that it's only human beings that are walking on the face of the earth and no other type of life source or anything like that? So first we got to strip ignorance out of us. Let's look at the land. We got a lot of creatures on land. We got snakes on land. We got sea snakes. We got spiders on land. We got sea spiders. We got everything that is on land. There's a duplicate of it in the sea. And so we see from level to level and place to place, it continues. It's attached. Because you would say, okay, this is the earth. And you should expect what's in the sea. It's different. But remember I spoke about the water. And we are seeing fishes now coming out of the water and coming on the land. Walking on the fins. When at one time someone would say, well, now this is our, it cannot breathe oxygen. It needs to stay in the water. It cannot breathe in land. But now the same thing that they say cannot breathe in land, the same type of fishes or creatures or whatever it is, find itself walking away from the sea and crawling on land. What nature or what our Creator has disguised or has created, we will never understand it. We could only question it, but who is us to question? Could you create something like that? The scientists now are trying to play God and trying to create the things different. They take a lion, they take a Bengal tiger, they put it together, and they make a bigger cat that weighs almost two tons. Showing you that anything my Lord do, they could do. And that's where they're going to kill themselves. That's where we know the rebellious, the ignorance. And that's why it don't pay to be ignorant. Your pride could be your downfall. You know, there are people in the world, man. If they could get to suck your eye out, suck your blood out, they would do that. They would only see the good in you by you allow them to purge on you. Suck your blood like some vampire. Oh, hey, this brother is very good, brother. And the moment you find them out and you start trying to get them off your skin like them leash, they are. Then you see they're trying to rebel. You see they're trying to put on a rebellions. They never thought that you would want to remove them off your skin, these leeches. And you find them in all different type of gullies and rivers and lakes and all. You find them everywhere. But they actually have people with that type of attitude. They will eat you dry. They will just...
Somebody got a comment. Somebody said, what is the cosmos? And the name you was looking for, Frankenstein?
Yeah, Frankenstein.
Actually, yeah, somebody said...
Thank you, my brother. Frankenstein. Yes, sir.
And he wanted to know what is the cosmos?
Well, the cosmos is that is all what it is. It is you. It is you. We are all of this. Listen, man. This thing what they call cosmos.
And somebody needs a link to your website.
Okay, send it to them on your thing. I will send you the link to the website. We'll take care of a lot of things. Let's go back, bro. Let's see how real this is. Do you know you got the sun in you? You got something. This is your chest, right? If you are not of the universe, well, today I will show you that 100% we are the universe. Or we are connected. We are all a connection. Look at this. The universe, you look up into the formants or into our earth, and we see our earth sun. And we know our earth sun is there for a reason. It helps us every day. If the sun dies, we die, right? We know that, right? Look how powerful this is. Right into the human body, here comes the place, the same sun. Energy, solar energy. You have a solar plex, my brother. Why they name it? Why of all names they could get, they named this the solar plex? Right here. Why? Why of... Just listen to the names of your body, man. Arms, legs, neck, yeah? Nose, eyes, okay? Head, okay? Waist, back, stomach, chest, ribs. That's English version, right? What builds a house? The same things. If your house have a good foundation, it can't stand. Okay? So we build foundation first. Within man, what a man should build first? His foundation. Means he got to deal with him. He got to know himself. Within your body, you got a solar plex. When you put your hands together like this, and you blow, let's start smooth and nice. Is that breath smooth and nice, hot? Is it hot? It's not, right? You feel it like cool, like there's a refrigerator inside you, right? Now, put your hand again. This time, blow hard. And you feel that hot air is coming. In an instant, your body moves, your temperature, from that cool air, which is smooth breeze. See that? and to right into the solar plex has the ability, you has the ability to build massive heat. That's why you see some of these Chinese people and some of them, they tap into, they choose spiritual intellect that allows them virtual energy. The cubes, there's a name, these cubes, there's energy cubes within the 10 chambers. Yeah. I'm a brother, sometimes I could hold your hand and transfer heat from my body to your hand, and you will feel it getting hotter and hotter. Now, before I thought, oh, my mind playing tricks on me. But then after a while, my sons, their moms, they tell me, oh, what make your hands so hot? What make your, what make your hands so hot? I have seen a girl had a pain in her back one day, and she wasn't feeling good. You want to tell them?
You tell them.
She had this pain. She wasn't feeling good. And I'm an observer because I deal with energy. Even me, sometimes I get pain with the gas pain, and I know how to move that gas pain from one part to the next until I burp it out. So the day I'm observing her, and I notice she's, and it's getting worse. And I said to her, come here. And I blew into my hands 3 times and rub it, fast, rub it. And I stayed not focusing on her, but focusing on me, sending this energy within my hands. Excuse me. And then something said to me, put my hand right where she was feeling the pain. And I put my hands here, and people, I said to you, I didn't let none distract me. I was just focusing of me sending all that hot heat energy within where she was feeling that pain. And in less than 5 minutes, when I took my hands off, she got up slowly. Remember, she was walking like this, and she got up slowly. And she said, oh, man, let me find out you. I'm not feeling nothing no more. We have the power to heal people with our bare hands. It was told to us. But for we to able to do these type of things, we gotta be 100% accurate, positive. We gotta be positive. We gotta have good energy. We gotta be in alignment. We gotta be on good over evil. We gotta practice good over evil. We gotta learn not to carry hatred. We gotta learn not to jeopardize people, not to trick people with a tricky mentality. You're gonna use me to get what you want, and then it's like we're creating too much. So in that way, your light force, your beam energy, your third eye, it cannot open because you have not stripped yourself from your ignorance. You have not stripped yourself from your savage ways. You have not stripped yourself from, your corruptible ways. You have not stripped yourself from seeing that you're better than someone. You have not stripped yourself from that state of mind that you figure that you're all. Now, don't get me wrong. You need to love yourself. You need to embrace yourself. You need to pat yourself on the back and say you love you, because first you need to love you before anybody could love you. But then when you go as far as watching you as the only piece of gold, or the piece of emerald, the biggest piece of diamond, you the stuff. Nobody else don't matter. If you ain't it, nobody else ain't it. Then how could you tell me you could obtain spiritualism or good over evil? We all know, Toba, if one does not repent of one evil ways, then one is a liar. Now don't get me wrong. When I say repent, you cannot repent from your Armageddon ways, because you're a soldier at the same time. You deal with righteousness, uprightness. You deal with good over evil. You will not take somebody beating up a poor man. You see a man kicking up a lady in a corner. You're not going to pass and let that happen. You going to see a man trying to rape a woman. You're not going to pass and let that happen. You might see a child being abused. You're not going to pass and let that happen. You might see a dog in the gutter need help because of a broken leg. You're not going to let that happen. You might see a bird about to drown because he fallen in a lake. And you might say, oh, it's just a bird, hell with it. No, you're not going to let that happen. You're going to have sympathy. You're going to have mercy. You're going to carry compassion. You're going to, you're not going to say, oh, it's just this. Because just this is a part of you that connect on the life organism.
Moreover, it's empathy over sympathy. Empathy.
Empathy over sympathy. You heard, people? So these people that are proclaiming their uprightness but will not go to the poor, these people that proclaiming that they has find a way to deal with God, but yet still they cannot deal with man, human beings, nature, creatures that's in the earth that your job was to take care of. Your job was to be your brother's keeper, and you can't do that, but you have jumped on a high plateau and are proclaiming up spiritual work. Cannot be. This is why there's so much people forsaking people in the church with witchcraft and magic, and they're saying it's God. And then you get to see them. Your pastor in the church, he got the biggest nugget on his finger. He wear the $5,000 suit. He got the latest BMW, the latest Benz, or the Bugatti. And then he says to you, oh, he's a believer and God is blessing him. That's why he went and buy a Bugatti. You can know that man is so wicked. A Bugatti could feed so much people. A Bugatti could feed a lot of little poor countries. And if he was doing the work of God, he wouldn't buy a Bugatti. Trust me. Now, God bless us. We are kings and queens. How you have the ability to reach out there and grab what you want. But when you get lost with your riches, when you see your riches is more valuable than human life, then I said to you, you're a liar and a deceiver. When you watch another human being and you have no compassion for them, you have no love for them, you wouldn't give them $1, not even feed them. You'd rather call them a bum and get out of here and go around and browsing in your latest whatever. You're a hypocrite. When you go and keep a Sunday special, Sunday mass or Saturday church night or whatever you keep, who of you that is tricking the people have no love for the people. People are going to church for over 20 years and they lose their house. The pastor tells them they don't have enough faith just to take some money out of the offering plate that they've been collecting all these years to help that person to pay this rent. They say to you, well, I can't do this, because you ain't got enough faith. These are a bunch of crooks and a bunch of liars, deceivers, twisted tongue. So I say if one has not fallen 70 times for one to rise, how could one relate to me upon sufferation? If one has not fallen 70 times and know thy master and thy creator, how one could actually have conversations with me about good over evil? If one has never fallen and dust off his pants and get up and pull up his socks, then how one could relate to me upon righteousness? If one does not have mercy, then how one could relate to me? If one believes that he's the best of the best over all everybody else, how one could relate to me? If you couldn't go and wash the homeless feet, feed them, how could you tell me that my Lord and your Lord is the same? Huh? Not one time you have taken time and sit with the poor and find out reason with them. Not one time. How could you say my God and your God is the same? When you celebrate all the pagan holidays, how could you say my Lord and your Lord is the same? When my Creator tells me, do not follow the ways of the heathen, but you do, then you say, my God is your God. Huh? When you judge people without knowing their case, no proof, no evidence, how could you say, my God is your God? When you don't have no sympathy, no compassion, no love, and your heart is like dark, your mind is corrupt, and your attitude is like a swine, you want everything for yourself, how could you talk about or say that you could relate to the Most High God? How could you talk about spiritualism when you don't even sit down for half an hour and just sit in a room quietly meditating? Too much false prophets, too much lies on these people. deceivers, twisted tongue. There's a lot of books. It's just like certain people, they pretend to be very compassionate. So they cry when they're watching a movie. So they cry when they're watching a movie. They're very affectionate. They cry. Emotional. You cry there, you cry for 2 hours. But you will not cry when you see your brother gunned down in the street. You ain't gonna cry when that poor man asks you, could you buy him something to eat? And you make him walk away. Huh? You don't cry when you're walking and it's winter time and you look and you see an old person with a raggedy old shoes in their feet and know you got so much old shoes in your house that you could give them. You don't cry, but you cry for a sad movie. You're the hypocrites. You cry for a sad movie. You cry, pretending that you're so loving, you're so kind. Yeah, and you're wicked. So these are the things that these people do, and these are the ways. So we gotta strip ourselves. We gotta purge ourselves. We gotta clean ourselves, physically, spiritually, and mentally. We gotta stop the barbaric way and the piggish mentality attitude. We gotta stop using people to gain success. You know, everybody. I noticed. You know what I noticed too? I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna speak my mind. This pandemic is here. Okay, and I always say, Most High never give you what you can bear. And even though that was not something that was given from the Most High, but that was something by the corruption and the evil state of man, they create that. But whatever it is, we're getting along, and a lot of us have lose a lot of loved ones. And I will give my condolence. I'm sorry. May God, you give you all the strength. May you all find strength to live on. I mean, this thing has damaged people's home. It has take 2 families, 3 families. It has take 4 families. There are people in almost the entire family. And I was reading a thing in Revelation that says a time will come that when man starts with his wickedness, it will touch a member from each family, 2 or 3 members from each family. And so we see all the germ warfare that they are creating is actually hitting the families at home. For every family is losing a family member, 1 or 2 or 3 members in that family. AIDS, Ebola, cancer, all that. It's eating, it's killing. But they still go around, still creating, because they want to genocide and they want to control population, and they want bring in the cyborgs, and they want to create their human imitation to walk amongst men. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's my green juice. Vital is vital. And I keep saying, people, this is the way you got. Instead of going to get a soda or you're going to get one of them sweet juice, yeah, get some natural green juice. You know what I mean? Wow. Oh! Ah! Yes, people. All praises unto the Most High. Hey, people, smash that like button. Smash that like button right now. Let me get some fire. Let me get some flames, people. Let me get some flames. Now, people,
He said, I'm trying to strip myself of ego.
That's good, my brother, because that's a start. That's a start. From the moment you could do that, bro, you're not going to even find yourself in arguments with people. Although sometimes you might find some strong forces trying to pull you out. See? Try not to argue about religion with people. Talk about religion and politics. Keep yourself away from that. Religion and politics. Keep yourself away from that. Work unto yourself, strip yourself, and boost up your value on your life resource. How would you live in this world for the afterlife? Most people don't only thinking about this, and when they grow old and reach in certain places, they're scared. You ever see a man that's about to die crying? It's not everybody it's not every old person that'll be waiting on death, you know. Some of them afraid, scared. Because in the land of the living, they were wicked. They were wicked and never thought the time would come when they would have to depart. They thought they was going to be here forever. That's why they did so much wickedness. They had a lot of power one time in society. They put their fingerprint to cause a lot of death in society. They put their mind to let a lot of people fall in society. They set their works to cause a lot of wrongdoing to families in society. So now the time has come for them to depart. And when they look unto the slate, oh yes, you have a slate. You have a slate. You got two. Yeah? And guess what? You see these guys here? Them 10 fingers. They're the 10 strings that you play skillfully with. The 10 strings of instruments. So if you use your hand to kill, to steal these fingers and these legs to walk, to go do your evil wherever you was going to do your evil, and you believe no one didn't see you, thy limbs will take counsels against thee. So, Most High doesn't leave no stone unturned. He turned everything, and everything's already there. I mean, you have your slate, you got your slate, and everything is written upon your slate. So, it's up to you. You could go ahead and disco in this place. Disco, you could say, I don't give a, I don't give a, man, I do what I gotta do, man. Yeah, but trust me, deportation coming soon. Some people does not even know when it's coming. Sometimes it comes, they don't even get a time to say, gone, quick, fast, very fast. Deportation. These people arriving. Their souls arriving. You don't think you got to depart? How long you come to stay? What do you think? You're moving into in one of these condo and you're going to stay there forever. That's where you're going to go over there. No, you're passing through. You came and you got to go. That's just what it is. And people are not preparing themselves for that. People rather to say all type of stuff. And I'm not going to make no buts or no if. I know this is real. I know this is real because I know I have a soul. I know that I have a soul. I know beyond physical, I am beyond physical. So why should I just stay on that one little plateau and believe that's where everything is? Everything is if you accept the matrix for what it is. Yeah, it's everything right here. This is the same thing they've been saying. You could get everything right here. That's like a drug dealer, man. Yo, we got all type of drugs here, man. Yeah, there are certain places you go on earth. Some junkies, that's paradise for them because they can get any type of things over there. So yeah, when you come here, you have a choice to be on a physical base 100% that this is where it is. I know that's not where it's at. I know this is a route where we pass. We all pass this route. It's for a reason. And I'm not going to make it look like this is a final destination. So I'm just going to go all out. Most people tell me, man, I'm going all out with a bang, man. I don't care, man. I got one life to live, man. I got to die in the way, man. That's all the ignorance. You're going to die, yes, because you're not trying to elevate your spiritual level. You are not boosting that up. So you're going to die in sin. You're going to die of weight. And you're going to die. You're going to be in the grave. You're not going to be able to go to judgment going to fall upon you in that grave. Yeah. And then on your second resurrection, then you're going to see that you have not gained nothing. You're still going to die. Because there are two deaths. There's physical death and spiritual death. Spiritual death is where your spirit is eliminated. Physical death is where your body turns to dust, where you go to sleep for a period of time until your time comes to awaken, to recycle, or to stay put. Kaput. Good.
So how could one save themselves from that type of...
How could one save thyself? Man know thyself first. Be humble within thyself. Be humble within thyself. Do not be so fast to be arrogant. Do not be so fast to judge. Do not be so fast to to break your brother down. Boost your brother up. If you have done someone wrong before the sun set, go to them. Speak with them. I'm sorry.
That's right.
And if you have created a problem, if you have to pay for the damage, pay. And make sure you pay with interest.
That's a fact.
If you have created any form of problem, breaking relationships, marriage go down the drain, whatever you do that within you, you know it's a negative input. And you need to put balance. Go, take care of it. Go, don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. Because what you're doing for your soul.
At this point, it's not about you, it's about your soul.
It's about the soul. It's not about you. It's not about what this physical you want to do anymore. Because you already know if you give it a chance, you're going to decompose. That's only what it's there for. That flesh is abomination to the soul. So you got to put it in check. Put it in check and clean it, strip it, purge it.
Ego too.
Yes, all that. Ego. All these things that men have that makes them feel mighty, and you are talking and the whole world must see you here. You are talking to someone and you have to embarrass them for people. They are doing it for people to see.
We call that people pleasers.
You hear what she said? People pleasers. We are who we are from the moment we tapping into our true self. And we don't praise the flesh to the level where we are being a slave to it.
That's right.
That's where we gotta hurt people and make people feel uncomfortable. You see somebody, you don't know nothing about them, but the way you go by is either you want to fight the person, you want to kill them, you hate them for no reason, and these are the baggages of life that create the negative input that will damage your life and your offspring life. You see, these are things that are the sins of the father and the sins of the mother. So if you purge it, if you're stripping these things, then your generation, you're purifying.
That's right.
Your generation.
Absolutely.
So your generation comes back under the divine vine. Okay? I mean, if you have your garden, right? And you plant stuff in, you plant your vineyard, you plant your stuff, right? And you will go and you'll water it up, you will get the weeds around it that's trying to kill it. You will see that you'll put a stick, if you're planting pumpkin or whatever, you'll put a stick so the vine could run up. You'll do anything because you know you want to take care of your garden. You want to secure it. You want the pumpkin or whatever you're growing to be healthy and look nice. So it's the same thing with you. If you want to live long and you want to live in the afterlife, right now in the physical life, you practice spiritual things that will show you your certificate to go. If you're going to take the plane, don't you have to show your passport? If you have to go on the train, don't you have to have a metro? When you jump the train, don't sometimes you may jump, you might be aboard, but you could get locked up too, huh? Yeah, so you're taking a chance. But I think it's better when you show your qualifications. You could show, hey, this is me. So if society tell you, let me see your driver's license.
That's how you get the keys to the streets.
Yes.
From the Most High.
From the Most High. This is it. So, if society tells you, yeah, you're driving, but you need to have a driver's license. And when the police run up on you, they say, could I see your driver's license? And if you don't have one, you get in trouble. So you get permission to operate this vehicle. It's the same thing. There's nothing changed. You have to have permission in this physical world to exercise spiritualism. So when you reach the gatekeeper, you can stay with the gatekeeper, and he say go. Everything, even after that, you still travels. You gotta cross over. How would you cross over? Your good deeds. By thy works. By thy works. That is your pay. That's why if I'm walking down the street and I see a broken bottle in the street, I didn't break it, but I take it out. I take it out there. I move it out of harm's way. I didn't break it there, But I know what could happen. I know a young boy, young girl, old woman, anybody could sleep, start, die. So I'm sending positive energy upon me creating that, upon my good energy, okay, upon my cosmic energy, okay, upon my good over evil energy, creating a legacy of righteousness, I'm cutting a new path for my generation. See, generation could either be better or bad. That's what it could be.
And that's called breaking generational curses.
You hear what you said? That's called breaking generation curses. You could keep a curse on by implementing more evil.
What your family taught you, it comes from religion, family, come down like that.
Or you could change that around by
That's right.
implementing, identifying these obstacles, these weight, these baggages, and cutting them. Remember in the video I made with the brother come by, I say free yourself from all chains
and
and shackles. Y'all remember that?
Powerful statement.
Y'all remember that, right? Free yourself from all chains and shackles. This one to bring tears to my eye, and this is not no movie, but this is so real. Thank you, Lord, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Creator. This is sweet. This is from, wow, this is deep. Ooh.
You got it.
This is a light energy of fire burning. And it really represents real. You know what it is. And it's not no faking joking. Cannot be no faking joking here. It's reality. You see, from the moment you free yourself, and this is why I made the flag with the brother in the street here with all these things, and I will go back to him and make another flag with him about that, about what's going on here. But the day when I make this video with the brother gone by, and he came into that park right there, and I made that video, and that video went to 2 million views. And I look at this video that day when I was speaking. It was not my mouth was just running. It's like I felt a greater energy within me.
Right.
And this is why I always say, greater is Him that is within me. Because it's not people telling me. The same thing with Moses and the rock. Should I hit the rock? And that was not his power. That was not his delight. That was from the divine fire. That was making that happen. That obtaining, giving that knowledge and that giving that vibes. You know, it was so when you're starting to proclaim what's not yours. Remember, you were servant. I keep saying all the time, I am a servant, and I'm His.
God said, when 2 or 3 are gathered, He is in the midst. And believe me, He is in the midst. So what you're feeling is real. What you're feeling right now is nothing but realness.
I'm a servant. I don't have to go and try to prove that to nobody. I know. If you want to know how I know, because when I see these people that need, and even when I don't have, I break what I have and I give them. And some people say, but that's dumb of you. Why would you do that? I can never answer that question. Until today, I'm just ordained to do that.
That's right.
So, when you free yourself, your mind, soul, and body from all chains and shackles, you will see you are different. And your way for success, before success could come, is perfection, is humbleness. Okay? That's what you would achieve. You would understand true love. And you would be thy brother's keeper. You would do anything to allow your brother to come up from the lowest dips.
It's called being a humanitarian.
Okay. You would not want, if your brother had 4 quarters, and the only reason you would stretch your hand down here to put him up is because you see he had 4 quarters and you would like his 4 quarters.
Mm.
And this is what the world do. This is what brothers and sisters do. They will not help you unless it's benefiting them. So love becomes beneficial for those who's looking for wealth. I'll help you if I can help myself to get rich. Not on the contrary that they are your brother and it's necessary. It's ordained to do good. Because I say within you, the universe whole within you. And so nature brings food. Nature brings a delight. So why would you within you could not bring that delight just like nature? That love that you're supposed to have, because nature could be and stop give you fruits to eat. Stop feed you. And this is what's happening. There's a verse saying, in that day the earth shall grow cold unto mankind. It shall not produce food, no. So, believe me, people, fish will disappear. Not to say disappear, because it extend. It will be hidden in a secret place. Because all what they say is extend or it's eradicate. It's not. It's right there. They're playing with the people in eyes. We are looking for dinosaurs. Dinosaurs move from this big now to this small. Go and look at your lizards. All your different lizards. Go see them with the horns and the head. Go see them with the massive hard back. But now they're in a smaller form. And some that was small, that was granted size. The time has come to grant size. So size was granted unto them because of the blueprint. And some is just hidden from the eyes of men until the day they will reveal themselves. Look, what I call that shop, Maglodon, right? You all following me? Maglodon. They say it was extinct a long time ago, but they used to find whales cut up in half, and they couldn't understand what was cutting a whale in half, because you know a shark cannot do that. You see how a shark mouth is. So what would cut a whale? And a whale is big, but what is cutting it in half? And finally they get to realize that the whale has an ancient enemy called Megalodon. And Megalodon is the one been cutting them whales in half. When you see them, they're so big they look like a sunlight. So half of the story never revealed, it was never told. And as we go on, all things shall reveal. You will know all what's in the earth. Because they're here, we are here, and they're here. Why would you not see them? What's happening now is seals are breaking in within the earth. There's seals that you know what is a seal, right? A seal is like you put on something for a period of time. Okay, until a period of time the seal will break and the stuff will free itself. It will reveal itself. And so we will see.
This is the time.
There it goes. Then we're going to see a whole lot. And we have not even reached the full era. This is just like a commercial taste you're getting. So imagine when we see the full era, because now when you have to walk around buying air for you to breathe, when our time becomes the full essence of all things again within time, we'll see everything. This here, it's a cartoon game going on. Joke going on here. They're playing games with people, having people to tricking people, confusing the people, facts, non-facts, messing with the people. So when they confuse you now, after a while, you get bamboozled so much. After a while, you just, you don't care. Yeah, they've been saying this. I remember 2012, they said the world was going on, and I always knew that was not going to happen. But again, you brought that out there. So people, if you like what's going on, smash this like button, people, because it's real talk. And I say strip yourself from your ignorance. And I say strip yourself from all your corruptible mind. And I say strip yourself from all your disease and your plagues. And I say strip yourself to recognize your brother and to be thy brother's keeper. I say strip yourself from dark forces and red eye from thy brother and thy sister. Up, rise up again, kings and queens. Rise up again, and let's be who we were in the beginning, and we shall be mighty together. All be Tab. What they have here?
Um, you want to say God bless?
Somebody said,
God bless.
no, it was down something, down pressure, something. Depression, down pressure, sorry. Come to see.
Okay. Down pressure, man, you're gonna
I see people, you gotta forgive me. I see things where they, so I see something, and that's why I saw somebody write down pressure, man. That's what they do, and where they gonna run to? It says, in that day they shall run and flee to the mountains, and the mountains shall say, move away from me. I have not known it. These, and now mountains gonna be talking, huh? And somebody say, Ray, are you done? How mountains gonna talk? The dogs talk, the chicken talk, the birds talk, and people say, Ray, what are you saying? Oh, it's only parrots could talk. No, everything talks. It is you that does not understand. It is us that does not understand. But everything speaks.
It's not meant for us to understand.
The child runs into the jungle. After 10 years, they find him. He's speaking to the wolves. He's calling them. They are talking to him. He's talking to them. But he's not speaking to you. No, he's not speaking to you. He runs the chicken. He's clocking. He's calling the chicken. He's conversating. He goes into the gorilla in the jungle. After a while, he and gorilla could have a language. You don't understand what they're saying. There's nothing impossible. There's nothing new under the sun, moon, or star. Nothing. Language, it is beyond our little capacity of understanding. We think verbal language is the way. English and Spanish and French. Man, the most powerful is the one that you don't understand. The one no words comes out. But it's so powerful. It could just be a sound of a bird. Just that. A little bird. He doesn't have a whistle. And you go, and you hear you a mile away hearing that little bird chicken so loud. We don't understand. Words, sound, and power. Words, sound, and power. That's why I always say I don't come to fight. I come to fight wickedness. I came to fight wickedness in high and low places. I am one of these because that's why on my platform I bring it, and I bring it just how it is. I bring the truth. So people, all praises unto the Most High. Smash that like button, share this video, and what's the website? You could call me
on Wix.com.
on Wix.com.
Or they could hit your email at redshine9.
You could go to Wix.com, or you could hit my email redshine1967@gmail.com. redshine1967@gmail.com. You could hit me up on that, or you could hit me on the Instagram. Let me know what's up. And on the Wix.com, you could go onto the Wix.com. Look up the merch right here. And for the people that ask me for the CMOS, I have CMOS coming. I keep saying it, and I'm trying to see. I'm a person. I like to bring the best to the people. I had some CMOS game. I didn't like it. Because, again, people are always trying to make money. They're thinking that you're dumb. So they get all that nasty stuff and try to bring it for you. And try to sell it to you. But I have a brother, half brother of mine. I will speak to him today. When I get off the phone, I'm going to call him. I'm going to speak with him today. And I'm going to ask him to ship me up some CMOS. I had some CMOS. I'll show you 1 minute. I have some CMOS from Jamaica. I have some CMOS from Jamaica. have this CMOS here from Jamaica right here. Okay, and it's from the Himalayas, and it's like a purple. Yeah, it's kind of way a little different. This is good, right? But I always tell you the CMOS, so they have this one, they have the one I use, and they have the red one. But this one here, a lot of people have probably not really seen it. See how it look? It look like it's weed, but it's not. It's CMOS. I showed my son that and he went crazy. Before he said, "Daddy, where you get all that?" I said, "No, boy, that's not what you think it is." I was trying to trick him. But anyway, yeah, I got this one. But I'm going to speak to my brother. So I had some CMOS came. I had a barrel of CMOS came. And when the brother told me, yeah, when I went and looked at it, I didn't like it. I didn't like how it smelled. I didn't like it. So I didn't take it. And that's why I didn't say much about it.
How old is he?
Who?
Your son. 19.
Oh, my son is 17. I have, like I said, I have a whole set of boys.
You might as well put the info in the description box.
For the CMOS, right? Okay, I will do that. But what I try to do now, I noticed something I've been doing before. I've been bringing certain things before time, and then it takes a little time, and then I guess people think that, oh, Red probably is playing games, but it's just, I'm a type of brother. I deal with positive. Even when I'm buying something, if I had to get something to eat, and the person that was selling it for me, I felt that the energy was unclean energy. I couldn't eat the food. I wouldn't buy it. So that's one thing. So I'm gonna do all of that. So I gave you what it is. 1 hour and a half. Don't forget, people. I got the 7 o'clock. Tonight I'm gonna be kind of a little late. So at 7:30, 7:30 tonight, not 7 o'clock. 7:30 Sunday night live, and it's gonna be beautiful, man. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna call repercussion upon negligence. Means when you're leaving this world here and you do all the things and all the dumb stuff that you want to do, and you figure that's the way to go, and then when the time comes for you to pay the price, you don't want to go. You don't want to go. You want somebody else to go for you, but that doesn't happen. You got to go. Okay, repercussion. You pay the price. So that's going to be at 7:30 tonight. I appreciate y'all guys. Share this video. You know what I mean? You all know what it is. Smash that like
Tell
button.
them they could get the info for the CMOS in the description box. They put it in.
You will get the info for the CMOS in the description box. It's going to be on that video that you are watching on that live right now. It's going to be in there. We're going to put it in there. And those of you guys who wants to get your Hyper Vital Food, natural energy, you know, on the food, you could call, cash app me, call hours ahead so I could prepare the food, because I don't do put in fridge. Whatever I do, gotta cook now and serve now. That's it. I'm not putting none of no fridge cook and none of that. My food, even when you're calling me, I could show you your food is bubbling right there. Every time somebody purchase, if they purchase food from me and cash out me, the time your food is cooking, I'm videotaping and showing you right there and then. Or we could do a what you call it?
Video chat.
A video chat and show you your food how it's been prepared. Okay, so you see what you're eating. Your hands clean, kitchen clean, pot clean, and I have some pot sets coming for that. So I'm gonna get rid of them pots I have here. I'm gonna keep my pots, but for y'all guys, I'm gonna have some fancy pots. I got my apron coming for the summer. I'm thinking to do some kitchen stuff, cooking, and I have a lot of people that's asking me, Red, do not get upset. Do not let these people trick you. There are people who want to learn to cook chicken and different type of fish, even though we know you don't eat the chicken or you don't whatever, but do it please. We need to learn. So people will have to know that there are other people who want to learn to do things and stop being judgmental, stop being the way they've been. Like every time somebody see I do something, oh Ray, how you done? You say you're not eating. And I say I eat fish now and then. Okay, you never see me eating steak and turkey and pork and all them stuff there. Okay, so people gotta just learn. I already tell you I'm living in a place of 4 different climates. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, all those of you that want your food, and if you want the CMOS already done, I could do the CMOS for y'all. You'll get a whole gallon for $100. Whole big gallon for $100. You aren't gonna get that type of CMOS. And you'll tell me what kind of CMOS you want, because CMOS go on big different ways to do it. Wow. Okay, so if y'all want the CMOS, if y'all want it with milk, if y'all just want the gel, If you want it with the gummy rabbit, the linseed, and all that. But most people, I don't even see they putting gummy rabbit. I don't see they putting linseed. I don't see they putting none of this stuff in there. And all of that stuff, like I said, it's like, see what's the many ways to do it. And there are other things that goes with it that even strengthen the man nature and his back more. So it's not just grinding, blending CMOS, even though it has 92 minerals in it, but there are other things that helps that 92 minerals to even be more potent and even stronger. So you know who it is. It's the Earthman, BlackStar Redshot. Share this video, smash that like button, people. So if you want, those of you that wants the training, call me up, let me know, book y'all. I'm getting, don't let me get what you call it, clag up, and then you're saying, Red, I've been trying to reach you last year. I got a book here. All those that's in advance that calls in on the time between the, don't wait until summer get here and try to rush to me. Book y'all time right now. I got the book. I got the books here. Where's the book? Oh, not that one. It's in the room. Forget it. I got the red book. That's the other book, not that book. I got a red book here with all my clients' names in it, and I have those from last year. So these get first priority because they've been with me. But any of y'all that wants to get this on, jump on it, call me. People are booking a lot. So don't wait that the last minute now you're trying to get Red, and oh Red, I came up here just to see you, and now I can't get to see you because you're always busy, you're in Manhattan, you're over here. I want to give everybody a little bit of time with me so I can work with them. They could see this brother on a different level and what he's working with, and how he dealing with. Anybody that works with you, let you know, man, they get to work out from me. So book your sessions early before the summer really gets here. Those who want the 1 hour training, those who want the whole week training, those who want, I have packages too. So we're gonna do something on the packages for this summer. Grab the packages quick. If you grab the packages, you will get a discount. It will come out better for you, and it will come out much better for you. Okay, so we'll have where we have these packages where you could select from a variety that's going to work with what you could afford, and will work. So contact me. Do not, like I said, I already have got 19 people already. So let's see. They're calling in, and some people I have to turn them away because some people wants me to come to Long Island. Some people wants me to come real far. I would appreciate if y'all could come to me because there's a whole bunch of people trying to get to me, and they would rather come to the Wingate or a certain park in Brooklyn more than I'm in Long Island. Nobody ain't gonna want to come see me in Long Island. They're gonna rather come to Wingate. Okay, so call me, hashtag me or whatever, link me on the Instagram and the YouTube, Facebook. Let me know what's going on. Gmail, let me know what's going on, and it's on. Orbitaba. I said unto the universe, and I said unto the people, if I have come today on the platform and said anything that is not right and is upon my own ability to confuse the people with the Most High God, deal with me. And if I foot to break, hand to break. But if what I have said is a blessing unto the people, and it's the truth from my heart, may all praises go unto the Most High, and I'll bless the people and keep me in good, safe hands. Blessed. Salute, BlackStar Redshot. See you later at 7 o'clock, 7:30, people. One love.